Good morning, Mother Hustlers. This is Gabriella with the Mustleclub, where we talk about all things motherhood, motivation, side hustles, and money. I am here at a location where I'm doing my first field agent audit or field inspector audit. I do not really do field work that much anymore, mainly because it's just not as lucrative for me as it used to be. I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. Like, this may be perfect for you, but now with childcare, sometimes it just doesn't make sense for me. But I'm going to do a pretty much a full day for me. I came to my first location and it took me about 14 minutes to drive here, and then it took me about 10 minutes to get all of the units. I only had 4 units that I was looking for. I found all of those very quickly. I got a signature to verify that I was here, and now I am leaving. There's a lot of other rules depending on what agency you're working with, but for my agency, they pay $25 to come out and do the audit. So I came out and I did that. It was obviously really quick. $25 for basically 30 minutes with driving and doing the audit isn't bad at all. Now I'm going to drive to my second location. That one has about 34 units, and it's going to take a little bit longer. And then I have a third location that's about 87 units, and that will take longer as well. I'm hoping to be done at 12 right now. The time is about 9 a.m. I did get a little bit of a late start, and sometimes depending on what kind of audit you're doing, especially if you have stock that moves around when people come into work, you want to start as early as possible, because if they have to like move anything or do any work on any sort of item, then it's going to be harder for you to locate it. So that's one thing. I was surprised that this audit only having four units took as long as it did, but it's only because they weren't all in the same spot, so I kind of had to do a little bit of searching for it. But ultimately, we are good to go. I'm going to be driving 30 minutes to my next location, and then I will update you as far as how long that takes for me to find the 35 units. I do feel like this job is really good, especially for people that are just looking for supplemental income, like college students or maybe stay-at-home moms that have like a support system, or maybe like somebody that has flexibility during like office hours, or anywhere from like 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.-ish. If you have free time during those days, or maybe you want just like a part-time job because you already have a part-time job, or you're doing like Uber driving or something like that, this would be something that's perfect to fill in those dates and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get driving, and then I'll check in with you later. So I'm back at home. I took a little break. Basically today I felt like it wasn't as lucrative as it could have been, so I started my audit around 8:30. I ended around a little bit before 1:30 or so. So my portion of all 3 audits, because I had 3 audits today, my portion of all 3 of them doesn't take very long. The portion that takes the longest part is just having to find the missing pieces, basically. So if it would have just been me doing what I needed to do, I would have been done around 11 o'clock. Now, because I had to work with different account managers and finding missing pieces, I wasn't done until around 1:30. And in total today, from 8:30 to around like 1:30, that's with driving to a whole bunch of different locations and like finding different pieces that I needed to touch, basically. After doing all of that, it was about 5 hours, 8:30 to 1:30 or so. Some of that time was just me sitting around waiting as well, but I made $103.50. I don't honestly think that that's really great, but if you break it down hourly, I was making over $20 an hour, about $20.70, a little bit higher than that because I don't think it actually took that long, and lots of that time was downtime, so I was just like looking up stuff on my phone, waiting around. But at the same time, I was gone. I was not at home. I wasn't like somewhere where I was super comfortable. So I'm still getting compensated for that time. As a field inspector, you're not getting paid mileage, you're not getting paid a lunch, you're not getting paid those things. You have to take those things into consideration when it comes to your car, your gas, your lunch, or anything like that. Any benefits that you need to provide for yourself, basically. So $20.75 is not as great as it used to be. It used to be a lot higher hourly wage. You may find a company that is able to provide you with something that's a lot higher. As of right now, that is a big reason of why I've stepped back from doing this. This is the only day I'm actually auditing this whole month, just because I have so many other income streams that are more lucrative than doing this right now. I'm not saying it's not great. If 2070 or higher, somewhere around 2070 to $25 an hour is like pretty good to you, then definitely try it out. But I just want to give you a very realistic view of what you're getting into, because now with this particular type of audit, it's not as lucrative as it used to be. There are some that I'm sure haven't changed because of the market, but when you're looking into a company to work for, see if the business sector that they audit is being affected. Like if you're going into home inspections, that's probably amazing because people are buying homes still and it's very consistent. And maybe if you go into something that's loss prevention, that would always be very high because, you know, people always have to like worry about that. So these are just things to consider. Definitely. I just wanted to show you guys in real time. This is the 14th of November when I'm recording this, and today I was doing those audits. This is why I don't really do a lot of audits, because it's not as lucrative as it used to be. I used to be able to do this very part-time and make a very good hourly wage doing it. I would say I made more like $50 to $60 an hour previously. So for me, I'm just like, oh, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm very quick and I'm very efficient. So I was getting rewarded for being quick and efficient. Now I'm almost being penalized because I still have to wait for other people to do their pieces and their parts, and then it just drags my time down to make less money. But I will be posting a video soon. I'm just editing it and finishing it up about where and how you can find different field inspector jobs, because they're everywhere and there's so many different agencies. I can't get all the information on all of them, but I am going to try to show you guys at least how to find them in your area if you are struggling with that. So again, thanks for tuning in with me. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have found anything in your area that has been lucrative, or maybe something that's not so lucrative and you've tried it out, go ahead and leave a comment below. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, don't worry, that subscribe button is still there. You can still press it. You still have that chance. So thanks again. See you later.